Hey, what's up, guys? How's the audio? Every time I turn it up on the tablet, I just get awful feedback. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. um, as far as what's up, uh, nothing. I had minus a few idiots on the road. Had a pretty uneventful day, which is good. And we are in Poinet, Wisconsin. Just a day of deadhead. I had absolutely nothing to talk about. So I figured, let's do a live, because when I get to when I get home and do my 34, I've actually really got nothing planned, which is weird. But we've got no family trips, nothing with the club, nothing going on. No major projects around the house, so I actually just get to kind of sit for a couple days. So I figured I'll do 34 now, and maybe we'll do another one. When I get home, I will be doing an extended 34. I will probably be staying home until Sunday. Unless I can find a good load, like an Oregon to Colorado or something. I'll run up, I'll grab it, I'll come back to my house, and then deliver it after the 4th of July. But as usual, on these live videos, you guys dictate what we talk about. You guys control the topics to an extent. Got my tablet up here so I can see what you guys are saying in the chat, in case you wonder why I keep staring down like this. There you go. I wish, James, but it's kind of not really an option. Scott, load boards are looking good. I didn't look at them today because there's not going to be any changes on a Saturday. Well, no, sometimes they upload a Saturday. I forgot, I didn't check. But typically there's not much change on the weekend. But as of yesterday, they were looking real good. I think we're going to experience the slowdown, the July slowdown here pretty quick, would be my guess. But I don't know how bad it's gonna be. You know, I've talked to guys that have been doing this for a couple years, and yeah, I'm sure we're gonna slow down some, but I'm not sure how bad it's actually going to be. Just because we have so much on the boards right now. I think yesterday, I think we were still over 500 loads. As far as what happened today, like I said, aside from a few, we'll say, incompetent drivers, it was good. There's a lot of construction though. I wound up about 45 minutes further away than I was planning, so still not bad. I'll be able to get all the way down there, get hooked up, and have plenty of time to get out somewhere well before I have to take my 30-minute break. So yeah, I'll probably do my 30-minute at the Walmart there. One of you dubbed it the Amish Walmart. So probably do my 30-minute there, and then however far I can get after that. Ideally, I would like to make it to Iowa, but I doubt that'll happen, so I'll probably end up sleeping in Illinois tomorrow. Rates are down a little bit, James. Not bad, at least not for Horizon. They did drop. I think it's 7 cents or something like that. Like, they didn't drop much. No slowdown. Plants are only closed for a week. That would be good. I mean, in that week, will we experience some kind of slowdown? Maybe. Will the boards get thin? Probably. Will it be, oh my gosh, we can't find loads? No, probably not. And that's kind of what I meant by the slowdown. Like, I think it's gonna get, kind of like Christmas was. I was able to keep busy and keep loaded, but the load boards, you had to hunt. You had to be constantly on the load board to find it. Richard and Sharon, hello. Welcome. That was you that called it that, wasn't it, James? I wish I could do these lives in a way that was a little bit more exciting, other than just sitting here in the truck. But it's where I can have the phone connected to the Wi-Fi, because right here the service is awful, but the Wi-Fi out of the truck is fine. Different companies. And I can have my tablet charging, since apparently sometime this morning I bumped the charger out of the dash of the truck and my tablet didn't charge all day. When I pulled in here, it was at 9%. Won't feel a week of the plant being closed? No, I don't think it's going to be bad at all. Most likely would be my guess. Easier life? No. She will be gone when she passes on. How many yards out west? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yards out west. Candy, what's going on, girl? Thank you, Eddie. I know some of the videos are awful. I've said it 100 times. I do my best to upload every day, even if it's just kind of bleh. And like I said, today felt like a good time to do live, so here we are. Yankee, what's going on, brother? Those of you who watch my other channel, you saw Tom Myers in that video. Yeah, Richard. Realistically, I would like to get 5 years out of her, so 4 more. Will it happen? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. There is nothing in Arizona. Your closest at that point would be, I don't remember if it's Hemet or Murrieta, California. Other than that, the rest of them are northern Oregon and southern Idaho. They're pretty good, James. So every day, I always tell you guys I got my beverages for the day. I start my day with a bang. Not my favorite flavor, but it's not bad. I have that little drink. I do a full size, what is it, a 32 or whatever Gatorade, 28 ounce Gatorade, and a Red Bull. And that's typically what I drink throughout the day. Sometimes I get a bottle of water or another Gatorade type thing. Zach, things are good. Things are actually really good. Like I said, we'll be picking this unit up tomorrow. Got just a few hours to go, and then it's a zip to Boise from Indiana. Easy day. James, I fuel up wherever the EFS tells me is the cheapest fuel, which is typically not Love's. Usually it's a Pilot or a TA or a Flying J or a Petro. Yes, Eddie, they do. I will do my best to stay safe, Zach. There's some idiots out there, but I'll do my best. I don't recall what Horizon requires as far as the amount of miles. I don't recall. Because I had all of the military licenses and could verify all of the military miles that I had towed because of my driving logs from the motor pool. That was my experience. I do, James. I have the Pilot card, I have the Loves card, and I have the Ultra One card. Steve, I do those every day. The bang is first thing in the morning when I wake up, and then around 4 hours of driving left is usually about the time I crack open the Red Bull. Hey, Yankee, you all enjoy that barbecue. Tell Double Tap I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Got to get things in order for the Northwest Rally, you know what I mean? Yes, I'm sure that's what this came from, Steve. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm like half gorilla and furry everywhere. What's going on, Tim? Oh, sorry, I thought you were making it out there. This thing bothers me. I hate that it's so floppy and loose like that, but it's for a king size mattress. Wife absolutely hates it, so I use it in the truck because I like it. And no matter how many times I tuck it underneath, when I wake up in the morning, it looks like that. Homegrown. That is a great question. And since I have done several quarters already, so this is my book that I keep with all of my maintenance records for the truck, my registration, BOLs all go in here, all of my vehicle insurance, various state permits, DOT inspection, all of that, everything, that's all in here. And then this is all I keep for the IFTA records. The date, what state, how many gallons. Date, what state, how many gallons. And I just keep that record. And quarterly, you submit it to, well, in Idaho, it's the tax commissioner. I don't know if other states are different. Nice, Tim. Keeping busy. I like it. All right, be safe out there, James. I am on my way to Indiana, Tim. Right about 5 hours away. And then from there, straight shot to Boise. Mark, I'm glad I could help. I've had a lot of you guys join. Six or seven, I think. So I guess I'm doing something right. All right, Chris, that'd be cool. Yes, Tim. When I upload the IFTA report every quarter, you submit your mileage and you submit your fuel consumption all in the IFTA report, and then I keep an Excel sheet of all of that on my computer as well. And that actually was extremely helpful when I did my taxes. I've passed through the little top part of Texas. All depends on what the load board provides, man. I can't tell you if I'll ever make it down there or not. Chris, aside from fuel and truck payment, truck insurance. In all seriousness, though, probably food. I spend between food and drink $30 a day, 35. Yes, Mark, that's you're talking about the IFTA. That's only for if you have an apportioned plate. So yeah, CDL if you're over 26. You know, the bugs are ridiculous out here. Minnesota, Wisconsin. Like, I was driving along and you can see like this black cloud in the sky, and then they just start slamming into the windshield. I thought a couple of them were going to come through. The iPad has 2 apps on it. One being my ELD app and 2 being YouTube. The only reason I have YouTube is so that A, while my videos are uploading on my phone for you guys every day, I can watch YouTube videos since I have 2 channels. And 2, when I do these lives, I can watch the comments. Right on, Al. I hope it's been informational. I try and give as much information as I can, and if you've been here from the beginning, then you've seen, like, I admit when I screw up. It happens. If I try and portray myself as perfect and make no mistakes, you guys can't learn from my mistakes. So there we go. Brad, yes. Well, medically separated, not retired. But yes, I got out April, well, May 1st. May 1st was my 1 year of being out. Rewind a couple months before that for terminal. That's really cheap, Chris. Was that with the $1 million policy? Was that for commercial insurance, not just regular? Like, that seems kind of low. If that's all square and good, that's a great price. Oh, wife is here. Hello, wife. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that does help, Chris. What's up, Daryl? Okay, so, like, Brad, so you've been out for almost 2 months now? Okay, right on. Well, welcome to civilian life. The transition sucks, and once you get used to it, it's great. Titan Transport, haven't heard of them. No. Stop. So, ask away. Now we got some, not anymore, she's not, I pushed the button. now that we got some more people in here, like I said, you guys control the topic of these. 99% of what I talk about on these lives is what comes out of the comment section. So ask. Well, wife, since you're here, will you tell the prospect, or maybe his wife, Nate or his wife, that I can't answer his call right now? Well, see, I'm kind of in between there, Chris. I have the 450, so I have the 19.5s. I got 97,000 miles out of my first set. I appreciate that, Tim. You know, getting the word out is only going to help me grow this channel. Believe it or not, a lot of times the topics that I cover are off of the emails I get from you guys, or the DMs you send me on Instagram, or my interactions with you one way or another. Not all, but a good portion of the times, that's where the daily topics come from. If I have a blowout on what? On the trailer? And you removed your message. If I have a blowout on the trailer, most of them have a spare, so I just swap it and pray I don't get a second one. Toe Piglet, what's going on, man? When am I getting a trailer? After watching your videos? Never. I don't get it. Like, you've got awful luck, man. Awful luck. Wow. I feel for you, really. Just don't get a big text. You know, that could be it. That could be it. No, if I do, it's going to be a shipshy. But they're just so expensive. And then I've got to remove the bed and get all the boxing on the frame and all of the pieces I need to make it legal and put it all back together. And it's a large financial commitment. And I'm hearing from the guys, you know, it's, oh, the flatbed division's great. Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's great. Oh, it's dead. But I can't see that load board because I'm not in that division. So I don't know. Private party or individual, as in like someone's personal unit, or not through Horizon? Why do they make you remove the bed? Two reasons. One, the trailers that you use for that would absolutely crunch the bed. Just because they're so, the pin is so far or so close to the actual bed that it would just destroy the bed. Two, with the trailer, you're over 75 feet, which means you're illegal unless you remove the bed, which for whatever reason legally changes your truck to a tractor, so you don't have to follow those rules. I have my disagreements with the DOT, and we'll leave it at that. How many miles on the truck? 1,000 or 134,526.6. Ironman tires. I've got 38,000 miles on them, and they've lost 330 seconds. So really good so far, and drastically improved the ride quality of the truck from the factory tires. Individuals through Horizon, I do that all the time. I have been told that if I knew someone that wanted one moved, I could contact Horizon and get the contract set up, and it would be taken care of. I'm not sure the details, but I've been told it can happen. I do not pay for my transporter plates. Yeah, less than a year. I started August 1st. I'm chasing you. I'm chasing you and your miles, Toe Piglet. Yeah, so there you go, Al. I mean, they got a job to do when they're out there, and I get it. I feel like there's times where they just make up the rules as they go, or they leave them ambiguous on purpose. I don't know. But why would removing the bed from my truck change how long I can be? I just realized that because the truck is idling, it is vibrating the camera, so the picture's all blurry. Sorry. Not really anything I can do about that. Yeah, I don't know how many miles I'm going to get out of these tires. I'm not expecting to get 97 like I did the factory ones, because these were less than half the price. But if I can get 70, which looks like that's not going to be a problem at all, sold. I'll buy another set in a heartbeat. Okay, so my tablet's just being stupid. Thank you, Mark. I'm happy about that. So yeah, on that topic of it being a year ago, I am going to go over how many miles, how much money, all that kind of stuff, as far as 1 year on this job. Another thing, for those of you who are looking at doing this or new to this or whatever, no one told me, God, my nose is itchy, I'm sorry. Nobody told me anything about taxes. I mean, I know I had to pay taxes, I get that, I know how that works. But as far as trucking and taxes and fuel and mileage and per diem and all of these different things that no one told me anything, I was able to find some information on that. Toe Piglet, you actually did a video that helped me a good deal on that. But claim your mileage, and if you buy a new truck and spend way too much like an idiot, you can split your depreciation off on the truck, and it helps exponentially on the taxes portion. As an RV transporter, you are legally not required to run an ELD. Mostly true. If you're over 26, you still have to run an ELD. However, yes, the heck is that? RVs are exempt from ELDs, but you still have to run the app. So, like, you would have the app on your tablet or on your phone, but you wouldn't have my little tattletale box here. So you control your driving time. Like, you totally control every aspect of that. I've heard that you can run paper logs. However, Horizon specifically, I don't know about the other companies, but Horizon's policy is you will use the app. You just won't have the device. So, like right now, I start moving. As soon as I hit 3 miles an hour, it trips me into driving and I'm going. If I didn't have this box, so if I didn't have apportion plates, I just had regular plates and no IFTA and always under 26,000, and I was only pulling RVs, I would just have the app on my iPad like I do, and I would have to tell it, I am driving now, and then take off. No, Herb, you are correct, but my point is, why does that make a difference? It changes nothing about the vehicle or the trailer. Like, I understand the law, but why? It just seems like a silly law, unless someone has a reason why it would make a difference that I'm unaware of. Because of insurance? I have not heard that reason, but I have heard of the age limit. Chris, that was to you. I touched my face. I touched it all day. Terry, what's going on? It was a squirrel. So it was one of those Polaris slingshots, the 3-wheeled thing, but it had like all these LED lights and neon lights and everything all over it, and it was weird. Is my truck costing me more than 22 cents a mile? You know, that would really depend on how many miles I was driving. I've never sat down and figured that out. I don't know. Maybe I should sit down on these few days that I'm going to be sitting at home. And figure out what does the truck cost me per mile. Actually, I had to pay no taxes, and I got we'll say a healthy refund. But I was able to claim the 62 or $68 a day for being away from home. I was able to claim mileage, and I was able to claim partial depreciation on the truck. I spread it out over 5 years, and then the interest I paid on the truck through the auto loan was also a write-off on top of all of that. That's a great idea, Toe Piglet. I'll throw that in with that video that I'm doing in August. Watch for that one, August 1st. I will do my best to be home right before then. so I have time to put that video together and make it really good for you guys. That will not be a live because it'll be a lot of information for me to go through. Or if I have it all written down, I could do it as a live because then I won't have squirrel moments. Well, if I have squirrel moments, I'll have notes. Terry, if you're a Horizon driver, I think it's 18, 19 cents a mile. It's cheaper if you're a Horizon driver. They have a contract with Enterprise. Brad, that's what we were just talking about. August 1st will be my 1-year mark. You can write off miles or fuel. Writing off fuel, you have to keep every receipt and add it all up. And I've talked to guys that have been doing this for several years, and they have all said that consistently they get more write-offs by claiming mileage than they do from fuel. I can't confirm that. I've only done it once. I used an accountant. Actually, I used, those of you that came over from him, I used Dream Inspired's accountant. Shenanigans. I like that. That is a great way to put it. Peace and love. I started August 1st, and aside from when I wanted to sit at home because I had vacation planned or trips or whatever, I haven't stopped all year. It's slowed down around Christmas, and then when the Rona hit, it slowed down a little. Not bad, but it did slow down. Thank you, Michael. I try and put out the best content I can. Arkansas, what's going on? Oh. There, I'll be that guy. I am the first person to like my video. Nice. So I'm guessing your orientation Monday? The only time I ever idle my truck is for these live videos. I'm just curious. I mean, it idles a little bit, just because, you know, because it does. So I have 2,602 hours on the engine and 400 idle hours. There you go. It's not public yet. Honestly, Daryl, I don't even look, because if I'm over in this area, chances are I'm picking up from Indiana. So I'm not going to grab one in Indiana to go to Indiana. All right. Bye, Arkansas. Yeah, I'm sure there's some, but I don't. I try and make most of my trips 1,000 miles ish at a minimum. So I'm sure they're there. I'm positive they're there, but again, I don't really look for those. I do not use Gas Buddy. So when you start with Horizon, they give you an EFS card. And the EFS card has an app. You log into the app, and there's a drop down menu, and one of the tabs is Price Locator, and it will give you EFS has negotiated discounts with all these truck stops across the country. To the point, like in Oregon, there's I think it's a Flying J. It's either Pilot or Flying J. It's like 87 cents a gallon for diesel. And now that's like an extreme case. Typically, I'm around $1.40, $1.50. Heck, even in like in Indiana, I'm looking around and it's, $2.30, $2.40 a gallon. I can still find it for $1.70, $1.80 because of this the EFS app. Usually I don't pick up in Washington just because I don't go to Washington. Just because there's so seldom a load coming out of Washington that if I go there most of the time, I'm dead heading back. Like, I've done a few, but I think I've only been able to hook a load out of Washington once. Just want to say thank you. Awesome, Danny. Maybe I'll catch you around one of these days. No, Mark, they do not. Let's see. It's gonna be a Ford. I'm still back and forth on if I want to stay with a 450 or come down a little. Personal opinion, I've said before, I've been a Chevy guy my whole life. I will never own another Duramax, ever. Done it twice, never again. And I don't know, I almost bought a Ram, and I started reading stuff on the forums, and it changed my mind. Is that every case, every truck? I don't know. I was seeing a lot of issues with Rams on the hot shot forums, the RV forums, and I don't know. Yeah, there was issues from all of them, but it just seemed like Ram had more issues that people were posting. Now, is that because there's more people running Rams? I don't know. But it was enough to scare me, and I have absolutely nothing but good to say about this truck. Other than, I wish I had the 10-speed. Uh, Terry, hit me up on Instagram. Ah, they pay you with EFS. So, how do you get the money? In that EFS app that I was talking about earlier, you can link your bank account to it and just transfer funds. However, I just take care of the bills because she's at home taking care of the house, taking care of the kids. When I park for the night or my 30 minutes or when I get up in the morning, whatever, I just bang, 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 pay everything online. I think you're right, Roger. Okay. Not really sure how to answer that. I didn't ask them. I don't know their policy. I know what the FMCSA Big Green Book says. I don't think I would, Argo. I think it's a decent enough program. But especially with, I'm getting ready to do some more modifications to this truck, and I don't want to have the responsibility of, or not have the option to drill holes in the bed to mount fuel tanks and toolboxes and whatever other craziness I feel like doing. What's going on, bud? Have you ever ran your average gross on all miles driven in a month? Gross miles or gross income? Ron. Roger, what are you talking about? I don't have a Dodge. Unless you're talking to someone else. Are you talking about the, oh, my personal truck? Not the Streetwalker. Next plans. Yeah, I got something. I don't want to say anything until I'm for sure gonna do it, but I have a plan that I'm looking at. Yeah. We'll cross that bridge in a couple weeks. Well, that, and when I brought it up, wife did roll her eyes a little bit. So we'll see. Hercules? No, I did not. Just because I've only gone out there where it's used 2-3 times. I think 3 times. It's just not worth it to me. Just to deal with it. No. But yes, Roger, there is a plan, and if it comes to fruition, it is going to be epic. Personal opinion. No, they do require some experience. Um, Miss Peace and Love. You could maybe, probably, I think there's a good possibility you could get into the driveway and use that to get your required miles and then roll over into towaway. Gross per mile on the loaded. I usually average somewhere between $1.35 and $1.40 on my they have an app and it shows you all your stats. I'm usually somewhere between $1.35, $1.40 average gross per mile. Now that's before dead. I sat down and I did the math the other day. I've got 134,000 miles on the truck, 134 and a half, whatever. I hooked my first trailer with almost exact 7,000 miles on it. And that puts it at 127,000. So I've got right around 28, I think 29,000 miles of deadhead, and then 100 something thousand loaded. No, not any of the pre-pass, easy pass, any of that, because all that stuff is just East Coast stuff. Once you get away from the East Coast, none of that stuff exists. Toll roads don't exist. So why have it when 99% of the time that's where I am? Brad, absolutely none. I have zero regrets getting into this job. Argo, kinda. It's fifth wheels and being over, I think it's 37 feet, 37, 38, something like that. You have to be over a certain foot length and be a fifth wheel to get the big bucks, the extra 15 cents a mile. Chris, I honestly, I don't really eat in restaurants very often. Usually it's just whatever's at a truck stop, a turkey sandwich, you know, if it's got like an iron skillet or a Denny's or something, it's just something off that menu. But I'm kind of more about efficiency. So it's what truck stop is going to be at the mile marker where I need to stop. I talked about this once a few videos ago. I can't remember which one, but I get up, I do my PTI, I hit the road. That clock starts at 11 hours, and I try to not stop at all for any reason until it's down to 5.5 hours. Give or take. Like today it was 5:41. And I stopped, I did my 30 minutes, got back on the interstate and flew and stopped here. I had like 28 minutes left on my cycle or on my drive time today. And it's I play the game every day of how quick can I burn my 11 hours. I said I get up, I do the PTI, I hit the road. I don't stop again until I'm about halfway eaten through that 11. I do my 30. At 31 minutes, I'm back on the road. And running solid until I'm out of time. Now, if, nature calls, nature calls. In that instance, I hold it and I wait until a rest area, because it's quicker and easier to get off the interstate, back on the interstate in a rest area, as opposed to dealing with a truck stop. Richard, if you're in the driveway, couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about the driveway. So here you go. Perfect example, Terry. There wasn't a big one like I normally get out of Indiana. So tomorrow's trailer is it's a 34 foot. So I'm losing that 15 cents a mile for a 34 foot. How much weight is being added with 3 feet of trailer? Like, realistically, how much weight is being added? In that case, yeah, that 15 cents a mile is 100% profit. Like 13 cents a mile is 100% profit of the 15. Because I'm probably going to lose, I would lose a half a mile per gallon, if that. But realistically, if I don't have a headwind, I get very similar mileage regardless of the trailer size. Just because most of what the trailers that we do are high 20s to low 40s. Realistically, what I've noticed, it's almost no change in the miles per gallon, unless the couple times I've had the really, really tiny trailers, which look really silly behind this truck, or the cell tower, which was light and fairly, well, not so much aerodynamic, but the parts that weren't aerodynamic were small and like tubes and stuff, so it didn't really affect it that bad. I got great mileage with that cell tower. No, they have not given me crap, Danny. Ricky, Horizon's policy is 65 miles an hour. I am in Poynette, Wisconsin, Mr. Dream Inspired. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of people, Chris, is that the Power Stroke gets way better mileage. I can only imagine, Toe Piglet, if you're still in here, I bet that 10-speed makes a huge difference as well. Because I've only got the 6-speed. Hey, Dream Inspired, I think we're probably not sitting too far apart at this point, are we? Okay, well, like I said, I'm just sitting here on 94 in Poynette at the Loves. I'm sorry. I know I play with this a lot. I've never had a beard before. It's a fun new toy for me, okay? Oh, yeah. We'll probably cross paths tomorrow then. Um, I'll be I'll be on the road about 5:15, 5:30. And I'm probably not more than 2 or 3 hours away from Chicago. Mark, no. I don't stay in their area often. Their area. I had one of them try to tell me that. This is for trucks. Okay. ELD, a portion, IFTA, DOT number. Go away. But yeah, I try to avoid staying back in the back semi truck parking area, and I try and park up front. But every once in a while, oh, there's that. Oh, now he's got color changing lights on his Polaris slingshot. I'm sorry, squirrel moment. You get like those 44 footers, you kind of don't really have a choice, so it is what it is. But no, most of them are nice people, or they just completely leave me alone and don't care. And I've never had any. Now that is a huge fear. I will not go to sleep until I have a truck pull in both sides of me. All right, Chris, take care. Terry. Terry, you talking about on bikes? Like motor scooters? All right, Dream Inspired. Stay safe out there. Bunch of crazies. I like being in the truck stop overnight because there's bathrooms and food and drink and like all that stuff, and that it's good and it's convenient. I just don't like being in the back semi parking. Cut that crap out. You know better than that. Nice, Mike. Murray, Utah. Where are you picking that up at, Danny? Glad I could help, Kyle. What's going on? America Unboxed. I like that. I like that name a lot. Nice, Terry. I'm getting ready to do. It'll probably be right around 12 or 1,300 mile round trip. What's my truck rated for? I don't remember off the top of my head what the GCWR is. I plated it over just to make sure I was safe if I ever maxed it out for whatever reason. Because, you know, we have RVs that are that heavy. But on the fifth wheel, it's rated for 34,500. I have not. Like I said, I'm in and out, go go go. I try and burn my hours down as fast as I can every day. Nice. Maybe I'll catch you too. Uh-oh. I got a bunch of you guys going. What have I done? Got all you guys going in and starting working for Horizon. Slitting my own throat. The Horizon Army. I'm sure we can come up with something better than that. You are my people. I like it. We'll get this figured out. No, not for military installations. You just get sponsored through the gate by someone who's already got authorized access. I don't know about crop. I don't know, something. The Fair Winds Frontline? Nah, that's kind of dumb. Y'all figure it out. You let me know who you are. The heaviest trailer I've hauled was not an RV. It was the Thor Motor Coaches trailer that they use for the RV show every year. And if I remember correctly, I think this was before I started the YouTube channel or right after, so I wasn't really uploading all that well. It was like 18,900 or something like that. And it was a bumper pull. So it was awful. From Los Angeles to Wakarusa. Oh! Okay. Gotcha. I knew the name America Unboxed from somewhere, but I couldn't figure out where I knew you from. Terry, and then the miles per gallon on that trailer, I couldn't tell you. It was a long time ago. No, Chopper. They tell that at orientation. No sleepy in the camper. I would, and that's kind of where I'm at. Do I want to stay with the 450 or get a 350 single wheel? That's that's where I am. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out together. Now, just to be clear, the only reason I would want to stay with the 450 is I really love the wide track front end and I really like the 19.5 tires. I think their limit is 5 years. Yes, unboxed. That's the wide track front end. I can turn a lot further. It's like having an angle kit on a drift car, kind of. Like this thing turns stupid circle, considering the size it is. I mean, it doesn't have a great turning radius, but considering how big it is, it's ridiculously tight. I had the Death Wobble too, Tim. All that is the steering damper has a one-way valve on it, so it has resistance one way and not the other. In 2020, they fixed it to a two-way valve. They put that steering damper on. Problem solved. Right, Richard. And then next year, 2016, 2017, the following. You get it. You're a smart cookie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Viper truck is awful. This thing turns so much tighter than the Viper truck. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Uh, just the weight distribution. And even then, you have to put your own things on. Hercules, I will let you know when I cross that bridge. honestly, I've gotten most of my information from experience, talking to other guys out on the road, and experience. As far as information on how to do the job, everyone's a genius. Everyone's a super trucker on the forums. Everyone knows everything better than everyone else. Uh, I was on the forums just to get information about the trucks, and then I've trial by fire. I've been learning as I go as far as how to do the job. That was another reason I started this channel. Like, the information wasn't out there, or at least it didn't pop up in searches. No, you do not, Chopper. Yes. Ron, you are correct. That's why I started my own business, was to get the IFTA on that. But I had to bring in the registration for the truck, I think. I seem to recall I had to bring in the registration. I don't know if that's because they wanted to see it or what, but it is, I'm pretty sure it is tied to the truck in some way. Yeah, I get, that would be, well, and then to connect the fifth wheels and all the stuff you got to do, like, I can't see that being in any way enjoyable, Tim. When I put air ride on my truck, you mean like the air assist helper bags, or an actual air ride suspension? Air ride suspension? No, not a chance. That would be cool. To my knowledge, I don't know if this is true, and I don't have any way to confirm this. I'm not sure Horizon knows this YouTube channel exists. Since day one of me doing the RV transport, yes. August 1st was the first time I ever hauled a camper in my life, and that was with Horizon's DOT number on the side of my truck. Oh, I mean, it would be kind of cool to have all of us there, everyone who's working there at Horizon, with me and us and all of our trucks. And, you know, I would buy a drone just to get that video. Sure, Zach? All right, Unboxed. Let's get this set up. Let's make this happen. You know, we'll all meet at Iowa 80 or I don't know. Iowa 80 would be kind of cool. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't give you the slightest bit of an answer. Now, unboxed, Iowa 80's cool, but Grand Island has a restaurant and bar in it. So if we all met there and did a 34, huh? Huh? No bug at all, Zach. I couldn't tell you how to answer that, man. No, Keep Trucking does record mileage if you go into the forms section. You know, I've been thinking about it, Tim. I don't know. I have been considering it, but I don't know. Oh, you got my brain working now, Tim. I've been sitting here, way ahead of schedule, but trying to figure out what I'm gonna call my next truck, because you can't have Streetwalker twice. And now I know. I do have everything required to go to Canada. I have just not chosen to do that yet. I've seen people do it. The only way that you could do it and really from what I'm able to gather, the only way you could do it and make it profitable, make it make sense, is if you get a truck with a sleeper, like Hall's Towing used to have, or like Dream Inspired used to have. Because from what I understand, I could be mistaken, but say I had someone in my passenger seat and they're off duty. That doesn't count as their 10 hours of off duty, because that's, I don't know, again, we get into that weird DOT thing. It has to be 70, I think it's 75 inches by 40 something inches to be qualified as sleeper berth, and the only way you can team drive is if you use sleeper berth. So Robert, let's say you're my team driver and you crawl up here on this nice 12-inch thick memory foam mattress with a pillow and blanket and everything, and you lay there for 10 hours. So because this is only 72 inches instead of 75, that doesn't count as 10 hours of off duty, because 3 inches means you can't sleep. Yes, Horizon does have Alaska runs. I did not yet, Terry. Tim, as soon as I figure out A, if I'm actually going to do it, and B, what designs I'm going to run, I will be sure to let all of you know. Robert, you would have to ask DOT that. That stems back to the earlier question. Why does removing the bed from my truck allow me to haul a longer trailer? It changes nothing about the... All right, guys. I got to get up in 6 hours. So I guess this is where we call this one. We're not putting beads in my beard. No. All right, so this is where we're going to call this one. So as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.